It's always nice to have a little shine, you know, just not enough for people to be like, oh, well, this guy's an obnoxious dickhead, but it's also enough to be like, oh, he's got some shit. Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Kid LAROI, and these are my essentials. My first essential is actually these sunglasses right here. These are Louis Vuitton shades. I got these out here in LA. It's hard for me to find like sunnies that like fit my face really nice. So these are like my favorite right now. They're kind of like my basic like everyday type of joints. Shades are essential for me. They make me feel a little more, they make me feel comfortable. And especially when I go into like places with a lot of people, I tend to like start like freaking out a little. So yeah, the shades definitely boost my confidence a little, and yeah, I love them. So this is definitely an essential for me. I have a lot of shades. I don't wear a lot of different shades, but I definitely have a lot of them at home in my closet, like over 20 pairs of shades. But I mainly stick to the Louis and the Celines, to be honest. But these, I think right now are my favorite because they fit my face really good. So the next essential is this little guy right here. Let me take it off. This right here is a chain. It's like a little baguette chain thingamajig that I got just this trip when I was in New York for SNL, actually. I always wanted one of these chains. I never had enough money to comfortably get one. I hit up Elliot, and this has just been a chain that I loved for the longest time. I just love the style, and I like how it's like not too out there, because I'm not like a super out there type of guy. I do like a little ice here and there, so this is like perfect for me. It suits me, and it doesn't look like I'm doing too much or do something else. So yeah, this is definitely an essential for me. I wear this like, I've worn this every day, I think, since I come back from New York. So yeah, essential. All right, so next up, I have this, it's a Chanel 2005 vintage sports bag designed by Karl Lagerfeld, who is one of my favorite designers. Rest in peace. He was incredible. I'm very like, I wouldn't like to say cheap, but I'm very like frugal with my money. You know, I don't like to spend my money on dumb stuff. I don't want to be broke, so I try to keep my money nice and put it in the right places. And I actually have like a picture of Karl Lagerfeld in my room, like not just like a soul portrait picture of him. So I was just like, you know what? It's meant to be. I'm gonna grab it, and so yeah, here it is, the Chanel gym bag. My next stuff is actually, I put it all in this bag, so yeah. The next thing I'd like to pull out would be cologne. This one is Chanel. This is actually what I got on right now. The other one that I've been using a lot of recently is this like Versace one. Just like my shades, I have a ton of cologne at home. I have like hella ones that's just like sitting in the box. I'm kind of a cologne freak. I don't know. I like smelling good. I like, you know, I like the, oh, hey, what's up? How you doing? They're like, oh man, yeah, like you smell good. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. It makes me feel better about myself. I actually have a funny story though about a cologne that's one of my favorites that I actually don't have because I ran out of it the other day. It's this YSL cologne. I was going to my girlfriend's house one day, and like she has a security at the front of her house, right? And the security's there, and he's like, I'm like, oh, what's up, man? He's like, is that YSL? And he like named the exact cologne that I was wearing, and I was like, oh, shit, how'd you know? And he's like, yeah, and he told me he's like this like cologne connoisseur or some shit. And I was like, yo, I don't know. I just think cologne's a great thing to have. I think it's always nice to smell good. It always pays. My next essential would have to be this book right here. This book is The 48 Laws of Power. I've actually read this book 2 or 3 times. It's helped me so much just in life in general, but especially in like the industry I'm in. After I read it, I kind of took it in as more of something to kind of watch how other people use this and how to protect yourself, as opposed to like using this and like using it, because it's pretty f***ing evil when you get into it if you use this shit. So after reading this book, I pick up a lot of different stuff that people try and pull, and I'm like, you funny motherfucker. So the reason this book actually looks really new is because it is really new. I actually don't read. I actually listen to the audiobooks, but I just thought I'd pick up this because it would be kind of weird if I was like gonna like show you my phone and whatever. But yeah, I read this as an audiobook, but I guess now I have the hard copy, so yeah. The next essential, I have these bad boys right here, Tim Tams. This is an Australian thing. These are probably like the greatest thing in the entire world, and I don't think like anything in America can like come close. And they're actually one of the hardest biscuits to find over here, because they're so good that like every foreign or like world market actually sells out of these as soon as they come in. So these are really hard to find. I'm lucky I could find them for today though, because I was like, I was running low at the crib and I didn't want to bring one Tim Tam, so I was lucky to find a whole packet. But yeah, they're chocolatey, but they're kind of like a chocolate and like a wafer biscuit or something. I don't f***ing know. All I know is that they taste f***ing incredible. So if you haven't had them, go and get them. This is not an ad. I'm not sponsored. I just genuinely love the f*** out of these things. So yeah, this is 100% an essential, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm at home a little bit when I eat these. Next essential. Okay, this one's pretty self-explanatory, but this is a portable charging block. I don't know, I use my phone a lot. Some days I'm out and I'm not home for like hours, and if my phone runs low and I need to charge it, then here we go. We got this, and it's pretty f***ing easy. I usually put this like in my back pocket, or I'll give it to one of my boys and they'll just like hold it in their pocket with my phone on charge. If my phone's not like at least halfway charged, I feel weird like leaving the house in the morning. So I always gotta charge my phone overnight, just because I like to know that if something goes wrong, I'm like a really paranoid kind of person for whatever reason. So I always think like, oh, what if something goes wrong and my phone's dead, and that's the only way I can get out of this something wrong, and like it's dead and now like I'm f***ed. So yeah, I love having my phone charged. The next one is it's like a protein shaker. Raps Trainer is my boy who trains me. He's the f***ing GOAT. People who don't know me should know that I'm in the gym a lot. I try to go every morning at least, and I'm super serious about fitness. I can't really go through my day without having a protein shake after the gym. I kind of makes me feel weird. So this is something like 5 days a week at least that I'm using. This thing called high protein, and this is kind of like a natural protein that is like, it's made from crickets. It's made from crickets, so it's like it hasn't got all there's like that whole thing about, you know, like regular protein shakes, so like they can like create cancers and shit like that, but I guess this is kind of like not that. And the guy who trains me, Raps Trainer, my boy, this is something that he f***ing swears by. I definitely like the taste of the GNC one better, but I would assume this is better for you. So yeah, but this is something that my trainer lives by, so I don't know, I just f***ing listen to him. All right, let's get rid of this f***ing bag. This bad boy right here is my PS5, my PlayStation 5. This is an essential for my day. I mean, like whenever I go home and I have some chill time, I'm right in my bedroom playing this shit. I'm playing 2K because I'm trying to get really good. Growing up, I was terrible at games, and I never really played games that much, and at least I wasn't good at them at all. Now in my free time, I've just become a f***ing 2K addict, and now I'm like trying to be like the greatest 2K player of all time, and I don't know, I'd like to think I'm on my way. We also set this up in the SNL dressing room. I had to be there from like noon till like 1 a.m. And because I was like a feature and it wasn't my actual thing, there was a lot of time where I was just sitting around. There was only like 2 hours I was actually doing something, 2 or 3 hours. So all in between there, that shit gets f***ing boring. Not with this thing though. We had this f***ing hooked up. I was f***ing up everyone. Oh, and this is also just like a case that I recently got for the PS5 just for traveling, because I was putting this in my suitcase and it was taking up a lot of room. So I was like, I'll just get a case that I can carry on and like take. with me everywhere. My last essential, this might be the corniest essential you've ever had on your entire show, but I would like to say my family is my last essential, and my mom and my younger brother. Being from Australia, coming over here to the f***ing United States of America, it's really hard. And like, I was over here for like almost 6 months by myself, and it felt really lonely, and I really missed them a lot. So then when I finally got the chance to bring them out here, it just made my life so much easier and better. And yeah, so I would say that's definitely my last essential, my family. Thank you guys for having me. This is literally one of my favorite YouTube shows, and I've been wondering for a minute when you guys were gonna, if you guys were gonna ring me up and tell me to come past. So I'm happy you did. Thank you. All right, well, there you go, everyone. Those are my 10 essentials. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys didn't get too bored. If any of you guys want to get schooled in 2K, hit me in 3 months, because right now I'm not that good, but 3 months and I'll be on my way. So yeah.